Have you ever wondered why Iceland is green, while Greenland is icy? Let's face it, geography can be confusing. Iceland, the land of volcanoes and hot springs, is surprisingly green. And Greenland, the green landmass, is covered in ice. What's going on here? Is it a prank? A translation error? Or is there a deeper story? Let's start with Iceland. Despite the frosty name, Iceland is relatively mild, thanks to the Gulf Stream, a warm ocean current that keeps the climate temperate. Sure, it has glacier, but it's also home to sprawling green valleys, waterfalls, and even forests. The name Iceland might make you think of a frozen wasteland, but early settlers gave it that name on purpose. According to legend, a Norse settler named Floki Vilgerason was the first to call it Island or Iceland after seeing icebergs drifting in a fjord. But there's another theory. The name might have been a bit of reverse psychology to keep invaders away. After all, who would want to conquer a place called Iceland? Now let's talk about Greenland. It's the largest island in the world, but about 80% of it is covered in ice. So why the name Greenland? This one's a bit of marketing genius or deceit, depending on how you look at it. In the 10th century, a Viking named Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland for some, let's call it violent behavior. He sailed west and found this massive, icy land. To attract settlers, he called it Greenland. The idea was simple: make it sound like a paradise, even if it wasn't. And believe it or not, people fell for it. But here's the kicker: Greenland wasn't always so icy. During the medieval warm period, the climate was milder, and there were pockets of green where settlers could farm. Over time, the Little Ice Age froze most of it over, leaving behind the icy expanse we see today. So, here's the truth. The names Iceland and Greenland are a mix of ancient branding, legend, and changing climates. They may seem swapped, but they're perfect reminders that things aren't always what they seem. Next time you're naming something, remember, a good name can shape history or confuse the world for centuries.